So, if we're going to talk about Markiplier lore, we need to start with the basis of Markiplier lore, which is who killed Markiplier in that whole series. I'm not going to be covering Wilfred Motherlove and Warfstache, or Damien, or Warfstache's Automaton in this one. Those will be their own separate TikToks. This is just covering the 4-part Who Killed Markiplier series. So let's start with our cast. We have the Colonel, who originally owned the mansion that ends up belonging to actor Mark. You have Damien, who is the mayor and also the twin brother to Celine, who is the ex-wife of Mark. You play the district attorney, and there is also the chef, the butler, and the detective, but right now we're just going to be talking about the Colonel, Damien, Celine, and Mark. When the group were younger, both the Colonel and Mark fell in love with Celine, but Celine ended up marrying Mark instead. Later on, though, the Colonel convinces her to leave Mark and run away with him, and so she divorces Mark and ends up with the Colonel. This leaves actor Mark pretty much alone in the house with no one but Mayor Damien, and Damien is the brother to the woman who broke his heart, so that doesn't help much. So he hatches a revenge plot and invites everyone over for a nice little partying evening. If you pay attention, Mark is the only one who doesn't drink at all in the video. And Damien doing a keg stand is a hint that he's going to get stuck in the Upside Down later on. Your character goes to bed, but if you watch Warfstache's Automaton, you'll find out that the Colonel was fairly drunk and Mark invited him to play the most dangerous game. So yeah, he ended up shooting Mark because they were playing with guns, but Mark invited him to play with guns while sober, so he did it on purpose. And that's not just victim blaming, because the detective mentions that he was stabbed several times, drowned, poisoned, and suffocated, and somebody wanted him dead. It was him. He was practicing black magic to make sure that he could bring back his spirit. Celine then shows up and tries to channel Mark through your body because you're expendable and she doesn't care if you die. That's literally the only reason it's you. That bears no fruit, so they talk to the groundskeeper, find out that the house is haunted, go back in the house, and Damien and Celine end up alone in a room doing another seance. Celine gets possessed by the demon of the house, and Damien gets possessed by the spirit of actor Mark. In distress over thinking that he's basically killed all of his friends, the Colonel ends up killing the detective and the district attorney. When you get to the Upside Down, you find Celine and Damien, who warn you about Mark and say that they never expected his revenge plot to get this bad. Unfortunately, Celine and Damien's spirits get fragmented, leaving only the worst parts of themselves, along with Mark and the demon, to come back and possess the district attorney's body to create Markiplier. The district attorney, your character, is then shoved out of the body and stuck in the house for the rest of all time. The trauma turns the Colonel into Wilfred Warfstache, and the spirit cleaving turns the district attorney and everyone else into Markiplier. As I said, Wilfred Motherlove and Warfstache, Damien, and the Wilfred Warfstache Automaton are all connected, but I'll have to cover them at a later date.